State University. Jean has taught in the art department at St. Mary's for 20 years. In her second year, Jean was awarded the Founders Award for Arts in Education by the Stockton Arts Commission and received a grant to create a commemorative mosaic for our school's 125th anniversary. In 2004, Jean created the AP Studio Art Program. Her students actively participate in local and national art competitions, including placing first in the Congressional Student Art Competition 2 years in a row. Their winning artworks are displayed for 1 year in the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. Many of her students have gone on to become film editors, video game designers, commercial artists, and art directors. Jean has served as moderator for the Art Club, Photography Club, and Senior Class. During 2015, she organized and assisted student members at St. Francis de Sales Club, creating the wonderful mural outside the campus ministry. She also created the painting dedicated to Brother James DeRazio for his dedication to our Ram Center. Jean is a member of the California Arts Education Association, National Art Education Association, St. Joseph's Church in Modesto. Jean has 4 daughters, all St. Mary's graduates. Mia and Ari graduated in 2004, Camille in 2006, and Eden in 2011. Jean has received commissions to create works in paintings and mixed media. She enjoys traveling and spending time with her daughters and teaching painting workshops. Jean says her entire life seems to be wrapped up at St. Mary's, especially since she and her 4 daughters are alumni. She truly considers St. Mary's her second home. Please help me welcome Jean to our St. Mary's Hall.
So glad I'm first. Okay. Last week, we gathered all 200 plus seniors in this room right here so that I could run through all the upcoming senior events that are about to begin. Just as I turned on the microphone to get ready to speak, a girl leaned over and said, "Aren't you scared to talk in front of all these people?" I looked at her and said, "No, not at all. But if it were a room full of adults, I would be." So here goes. First, I want to thank my family and friends for here tonight. My sister and brother-in-law coming all the way from New York City for me. Means more than I could ever say. I'm sad that my dad isn't well enough to be here, but I know he's proud of this honor for me. Thank you to my daughter, Camille, for sacrificing your birthday evening to listen to your mother. Thank you also to my daughter Ari and son-in-law Peter for telling me recently that I get to add grandma duties to my resume. Thank you to the Hall of Fame committee who selected me this year for this wonderful honor. I am deeply touched. It's very humbling and daunting to stand here facing the family and friends who mean the most to me, while trying to convey just what my job and this place means to me. As I tell students when they start griping and complaining too much, take it somewhere else and stop raining on my happy place, because this is my happy place. When I step foot on these grounds every morning, the rest of the world temporarily goes away. Any sadness, fear, conflict, difficulty waits for me in my car. While I'm here, I'm too busy creating artistic messes, juggling a million different tasks as department chair, senior class moderator, trying to solve any given teenager's crisis of the moment, and there is an endless supply of that, or responding to the daily call of, can you make a poster for this, or a card for that, paint on these championship footballs for our auctions by Friday, and Mary's face on a stained glass window? Of course. No matter how great or obnoxious, lazy, or frustrating these kids can be here, they make me laugh every day. They bring me so much joy, and I take pride in being called a second mom to many. My days are jam-packed, a whirlwind of craziness, and that's exactly how I want it to be. Coming to work at St. Mary's 20 years ago was the biggest fluke of all time. I was in Modesto, where I still live, at home raising 4 young daughters and never planning on working full-time back then. Eden, my youngest, was about to start preschool when a friend told me Central Catholic High School was looking for an art teacher and that I should apply. I told her that was ridiculous. And how and why would I do that? For a few days, she persisted, telling me how perfect it would be now that all my girls were in school. So I did. There were 4 of us who interviewed, and they chose a young guy for the position, and that was fine with me. All was good. A month later, I got a phone call while doing laundry. Hi, my name is Margaret Hines, and she's here. I'm so glad you're here, Margaret, because I remember this conversation as vividly as if it were yesterday. She said, hi, my name is Margaret Hines, and I'm calling from St. Mary's High School. We're a small Catholic high school in Stockton, and we're looking for an art teacher, and we were wondering if you'd be interested in applying. Then there was a moment of silence. Oh, I'm sorry. You're probably wondering how we got your name and phone number. We were given them by Central Catholic High School. I started to laugh. I told her I know exactly where St. Mary's is because I graduated from there. And I know who you are because you were in my sister's class. She was a year older than me. Not recognizing my married name, she asked me what my maiden name was, and then the mystery was solved in her mind. Margaret asked if she could mail me an application, go figure, mail. And I said, I remember this so vividly, sure, what the heck? So I applied, went in for an interview, and before I left, Peter Morelli took the risk of all risks and offered me the job right there. I had no idea what I was about to embark on. I knew that this was going to go one of 2 ways. Either this would all work out, or it would be the biggest epic fail ever. Peter doesn't know this, but before the first semester ended, Jim called me from Central Catholic, asking me to come teach there because the guy he hired didn't work out. I declined, even though Modesto friends thought I had lost my mind. Why wouldn't I switch to a 15-minute commute now, given the chance? Crazy, I know, but I am not a logical person. And by then, I knew that I wanted my girls to come here to school with me when it was time for them to go to high school. P.S. Jim called me the following year again with the same offer. He called me here. And again I declined, this time telling him that my alma mater was now my home. Commuting almost an hour every day wasn't an ideal piece to the puzzle, but I told myself that first day that I'd try it for a year, and if it were too insane, I'd walk away. That was 20 years ago, and here I still am. Not many people in this world get to wake up every day and go to a job that is exactly what they were meant to do. I do. I certainly didn't know it when I started, but I sure learned it along the way. Art has been my passion my entire life. Being able to live my passion while sharing it with others every single day is a priceless gift. What I never anticipated or ever saw coming was how all these kids would affect my life and me. Just last Friday, a student in class came up to me and told me I should have been a school psychologist. I knew what she meant because I've thought the same thing many times. But I know that for me, what I do is so much better. I absolutely love the part of my job that has nothing to do with the subject I teach. Outside of class, I listen to kids' countless stories and conflicts. I share in their joys and their pain, wipe their tears, give hugs, but most of all, let them know that I am always here for them, no matter what. I give advice when asked for it, or not. It isn't always what they want to hear, but they listen. I long ago realized how simple and easy it was to be the rainbow in many kids' dark, clouded lives. That's what brings me the most satisfaction. I take pride in being called a second mom to hundreds of kids. St. Francis de Sales' message of be who you are and be that well is repeated here at St. Mary's time and time again. I know that I am who I am, and I believe that I do it well. Every quirky, eccentric part of me is fully supported by the best family, dearest friends, and school family. I am very blessed. So thank you, Jim Pecanino, for passing on me 20 years ago. And I really mean that with love. He's a great man. He was a friend. Had he not, I certainly would never be here today. Thank you to my daughters for going on this ride with me, literally. When it was time for your high school years, it wasn't always easy by any means, but Mia blasting Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody in the car on the way to school almost every day certainly started our days with a smile. The 11-year span while you were students here was the most fun time for me. I have zillions of amazing memories from those days. More importantly, thank you for all the times you each took a step back when you knew someone else here needed me more at any given moment. You shared me well. You are the best 4 humans on the planet. I'm almost done. Thank you, God, for rerouting me to arrive here. Thank you for showing me where I would truly make a difference and helping me discover who I really was in the process. And last, oh gosh, but not least, to Peter, who back in June of 1997, somewhat blindly, oh my gosh, took a major risk in giving me this job that I love. That day, you had absolutely no idea if I could pull this off or not. and neither did I. But I am forever grateful that you did. Thank you so very much.
Our next inductee, Annette Vignola.